Oh, that's the wrong music. Uh, hold on.
From the shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
Peasants, I can't deal with this. I am Rocket, Sir Rocket of Elmont.
Rocket.
Winthrop, get the yacht ready. We're going to Mondo.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. So put your brains on standby. Sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
Hello, everybody. LR show on is it Labor Day?
It is.
It is. I always get those messed up, and I really shouldn't. I'm an American. I should know when the Labor Day is and when the Memorial Day.
Proud to be an American.
Yeah, can't wear white anymore, people. So fucking get it out of the way.
Did you go to P. Diddy's party this year? Or?
I did not. I did not.
Oh.
I was following our acquaintance, our old acquaintance there, Rock. Dara.
Oh, I thought P. Diddy was our old acquaintance. Like, really? Like, I didn't know. Dara, yes, yes, Dara. She was never on the show.
No, she's never been on the show, but it's like she's friends with our old buddy
Andrew's Arian out there, yeah.
And, yeah,
I'll see her at family gatherings, and we say, "How do you do?" And that's about it.
She's like the Sex in the City type. You know what I mean? Like she's one of them chicks that just goes out to all the events in Manhattan, and obviously she was out in the Hamptons because the Hamptons is a big.
Wait, you know this for sure? Were you with her?
No, I was. You see her on Instagram. She's like, I think she makes her living, like being like a social media fucking expert.
So you're like doing the TMZ right now. You're Harvey Levin it up.
Yeah, she's an influencer, right?
So you're reporting on the influencing.
Yeah, she was out in the Hamptons in the Montauk,
really?
and that all. And she went to like she had a white dress on for the white party.
Oh.
I don't know if it was some party. It was all white folk, I guess.
That really is what the white party is about. Let's be honest.
Is it really?
No,
gosh,
no.
like, isn't it ridiculous? Had the white, like wearing white, I wouldn't wear white. I don't want to wear white.
I'm always afraid to like get a stain on it. I feel like I'm just like a target to like spill like a pasta sauce on it or something.
You put on a white shirt and you leave the front door of your place, like a gust of wind comes by and your shirt's ruined.
Exactly.
I don't like themed parties at all. Like, could be Hawaiian, white.
What?
I don't give a...
You don't like Hawaiian? I am dying to go to a Hawaiian themed party.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody gets laid.
That's it, folks. See you next week.
We already hit the bell. Leroy's in charge of the bell already. Yeah. So Labor Day, it's over, everybody. It's over, Johnny. No more summer. We're back to fall, right, Rock? Leaves are changing. Kids are going back to school. Broads are putting away the sundresses. Is that how it happens?
3/4 of the year could suck a dick, personally. I hate it.
Why is that?
I hate it.
Why?
I hate fall.
You only like the summer.
Yeah. I mean, it's just miserable around here. You know, it's like outside of probably like the southern part of Florida and the southern part of California, it's just like if you like the winter, then you know just kill yourself. Just find a way out.
But the fall's a nice season, you know.
Oh, shut up! It's like pumpkin spice lattes. Go fuck yourself. Like, stop it.
You take a trip up north into the into wherever the north. What is it? Northern New York, upstate New York.
Wow, that was a hard one. I saw the two rocks in the brain colliding there. That was a
bang 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 thought bang 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 thought bang bang.
Here's the thing. I I think the
thing.
bigger problem is I have with the seasonal change is that it's happening already. It is September 3rd here in New York, and for a good chunk of the country could kind of relate to a certain level. It was 90 degrees out. And they're sporting all the Halloween signs. They're putting up in the stores all the fall foliage of like the tree leaves changing color, and the pumpkin spice latte, as you put it. I find it interesting that you can get a pumpkin spice latte iced right now. It's kind of a odd thing. So it's partly a seasonal thing. It's partly the pushing of a United States commerce on us to push the seasons along, and it makes things go too fast. And I think we need to, as a society, slow down and just relax and breathe a little bit.
Conspiracy theory with the pumpkin spice latte.
There's something about the pumpkin spice rock is not like
it's speeding things. Like I saw a commercial for Sam Adams Oktoberfest, and it's like it's crazy because it's like it's so hot out still. Like stop! It's September 3rd.
Life is going too fast for Rocket.
It really is.
They got Christmas stuff in the stores now.
That
Right?
shit. Just take me out, please. Just
shoot me.
That's terrible. Like
Football season's back, Rock. You got October baseball coming up. Well, not for the Mets, but
maybe that's part of the reason why I hate the fall. It's an annual, just abysmal season for my New York teams.
NFL's back,
Yeah,
You got Halloween.
It's just like a little early. Even football, like these first few weeks, the guys are gonna be like fucking sweating their ass off. Like it's just
Halloween is coming up.
I don't know. It just feels too soon. I know Kieran loves the gray and the miserable.
I love the gray. I miss the gray gloominess of the Northeast.
I just can't. I would switch in a heartbeat, man.
For 2 months after Labor Day, when you hit September and you hit October, it's beautiful up there in the Northeast. It's great. You go up there, you go travel up upstate New York, maybe go a little further, go to like New Hampshire or something. It's like it's mysterious.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with the summer, and I guess I can only speak to the New York metropolitan area, is that in the summer everyone kind of slows down a little bit, because it's like summer vacation. And so things still keep moving on, but it's kind of like at a more reasonable pace. Things aren't, companies give out summer Fridays, things like that. And it's
you're not looking forward to going back to the hustle and bustle.
It's it, it's just like it's a fleeting moment, a sense of calm and ease and manageability, and it's all gone. And now you're raking up leaves and then shoveling 20 feet of snow, and you're freezing, and you're getting like fucking chapped lips.
See, that's Rock. That's the same way we feel like around.
No, you don't. No, I don't say in Arizona.
May.
No, you don't.
May.
Oh, you're talking about the Arizona area.
Yeah, when May comes around, we're like, fuck, we got 4 months at like 112 degrees, and you're going in your down season, and we're going right into our peak season.
Arizona's the opposite of
psychologically. Heat is more manageable than cold. Just is. It's hot. I'm saying it's not. It's still very difficult to deal with. I'm not denying that, but psychologically, it's much more easier to deal with.
But there's no change in the weather here. It's just sunny.
At least you get the change.
You get the clouds. When you get a little gray.
When you get seasons,
you have the monsoon season. Come on.
Do monsoons last 5 minutes? Yeah. You can't. I don't have a time to process a thought before the fucking monsoon.
You don't even.
over.
Yeah, you don't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah, you don't even get to enjoy it. It's like, pew, that's it. Like rain.
And then before you know, it's
over.
It's like dry again.
Yeah. Sucks.
What do you feel like you're gaining by changing seasons? Just change.
Your mindset changes, Rock. We've talked about this. We've talked about this every year for 17 years. Your mindset changes
a bit
when you have seasons. Like you have summertime, you're all festive. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna fucking finger bang bros. and then the fall comes around, and then you're like, okay, I got to get my head together. Okay, where's my life at?
It's like Kieran seasonal changes.
But you calm down. You're like, okay, I'm gonna get my sweater out. I'm gonna slow it down. Then winter comes, you're like, oh fuck, I want to kill myself because I'm not gonna be able to afford Christmas. And then and then January comes and you're just like, oh, I'm not going outside. But your mind it's nice. It humbles you. The winter humbles you, Rock.
I think also like on the East Coast, right? You have like some weather. You're in the winter. You might have a few days where the sun comes out and it's warm. Here you got the summer, it's just heat.
Why do you think like
5 months?
Why do you think places like St. Thomas and Aruba have hurricanes? Because those places need to be humbled.
That's the reason.
If those places didn't have weather like hurricanes, they would be the greatest places to live.
What about how you explain like a city like San Diego, where its average temperature daily is like 75 degrees and sunny every day, all year round? People love it there. No one complains. Everyone loves it. Matter of fact, they're just growing. Everyone's moving there. How do you explain that there, Mr. Reasoning of the Seasons?
I don't know, but I don't think anybody who's come out of San Diego as a human being that's been anything worth a while. Anybody?
Wow.
Nobody.
That's terrible.
Nobody. It's the same thing with Phoenix. Who's come out of here that's been anything worthwhile? I'm sorry.
Dan Marley. Dan Marley.
Dan Marley. There you go.
Alice Cooper.
Fucking the Jim Blossoms. The Jim Blossoms.
Oh, here. Really? Oh, that's a fun fact.
Oh, and that redheaded chick from La La Land. What's her name?
Yeah,
she's from here. Oh, there.
Yeah, she's from somewhere around here.
The one,
Jenna Jameson. Is she from here?
I
now you're just throwing names out. Open.
Fucking no. Anyway, yeah, it's not. They
don't live here though. They just they have a home.
Yeah,
here.
no one lives.
I just don't know if psychologically it is fulfilling to have seasonal changes as compared to consistent sun.
Wise will check it in. San Diego is great until you remember it's in California.
What does that have to do with anything? What's wrong with California?
California's awesome.
I think he's conservative. That's my guess.
Oh, it's a political reason.
Yeah, probably. You got to take your sides, you know.
Yes, I mean it's just nice there. I would move to California in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Love it there.
Taxes, price, cost of living. I mean, like
I live in New York.
Like, a 600 square foot like apartment, like basically in California, San Diego is probably like $500,000. Easy.
Is that breaking news?
I feel like that is. Like, we have I gotta put up the where's the image? Oh, here it is. Here we go. Breaking news. Yeah.
I love how anytime Leroy offers us some sort of points and thoughts, we have to news.
It's expensive. In New York, it's expensive. It's expensive in California. So
yeah,
but I think it's
worth it.
It's on a similar playing field as far as taxes and costs and things like that.
Probably.
By the way, live number to call in 718-690-9290. The phone lines are open, so go ahead and call in. Yeah, it's nice. I'm actually glad the summer's over, and I'm ready to get into fall and do other things.
Because there was no summer loving, Kieran. Is that why?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Well,
no, there's no nothing.
There's nothing.
No, there's always loving, but it's always that self-loving. Yeah. If it was self-love, I'm a fucking nympho.
That's our show, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, so a lot to do on today's radio show as we say goodbye to summer.
It's terrible.
Rock.
It's a sad time for me every year.
Your boy there, Jimmy Fallon, was out in the Hamptons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, outside some.
Yeah, he shot me a text. I was like, sorry, I'm busy.
Jimmy, I can't come hang out.
He's like, you want to come out to the H? Because that's what we say. We just say the H.
The H.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon was at a restaurant called.
Been there.
Dining at
Chick-fil-A.
Molino
and Barnes.
Molino. Mulino. Molino. He was out there. He was out dining in the Hamptons, Rock. Dining in the Hamptons. Let me see if I have some music. There we go. He was out dining in the Hamptons, and he was sitting next to a table. He's out there with his wife, eating a little grub, and apparently it was a table of patrons next to him.
Okay.
And they're all sitting there having a good time. all like laughing. Oh my God, we're so rich. Oh my God, can't believe how rich we are. Yeah, he was out doing there, and he got up, and Jimmy went over to the table. He's like, "Wow, you guys seem to really enjoy each other's company, and you're having a good time. I'm gonna pick up your dinner tab," and he picked up the dinner tab for the whole
nice.
$1,000, $1,000 dinner tab. Jimmy Fallon just picked up the whole thing. Was like, "It's on the arm. Your money's no good here."
Oh, it's out of Wayne Scott.
Wayne Scott. Rocket knows Wayne Scott.
By the way, I just found this out. There's a Molino's not too far from my house because, you know, up here in Westchester, we are the best Chester. We're Hamptons North up here.
Of
course, there's a Molino's around here.
Molino's.
Yeah, you can go to Molino's and maybe Hillary will pick up your bill.
Oh, yeah, she's not that far away from me. Yeah.
Why don't you go over there and fucking Chappaqua? Best
Walk
Chester.
the Beagles in the park in Chappaqua.
Rock, what's on the menu at Molino's in Westchester?
Well, it's an Italian restaurant, so you get like.
That sounds like a wet T-shirt concert. That's somewhere. Best Chester.
Little pasta.
Can't wait to go to Napa Tandy's to see that Best Chester concert. Yeah, so he picked up the dinner tab.
Well, that's nice of him. He does those sort of things.
I would imagine if you were that guy at that table that Jimmy came over to and was like, "Hey, Rocket, I'm going to pick up your big dinner tab because you're such a great guy." You're laughing the whole time. You probably wouldn't accept it. Like, "No, Jimmy, I got it."
Yeah. I'd be like, "Jimmy, it's okay. Go back.
All right.
Go back to your viral videos that you do."
I don't know if you
go sing and dance.
You don't understand who I am, but in the internet world, I'm kind of a big deal.
That band that you got to the Roots, they're pretty good. So why don't you just go sit down and, you know.
You know, Jimmy Fallon's just drunk.
No disrespect, not for nothing, but you can go sit down now.
Yeah, SNL's great and all, but I'm an internet legend.
I would have felt bad for the guy, like the table he bought for, because that would have been funny if someone at the table was like, "Oh, I don't know if I should get the surf and turf. It's kind of expensive. I'm just gonna get the chicken parm." And they're like, "Damn it, I should have got the surf and turf. Jimmy Fallon's paying for it."
Right. Fucking Jimmy Fallon's got it's on the arm. What a nice guy.
He is.
Really nice.
He really is. He's friends with your boy, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. They're so jolly. You know? Why wouldn't they be jolly? They're like good-looking dudes. They got broadcasting jobs. That hot wives. Got it all in the fucking.
Jessica Biel, she's okay.
What?
She's just okay. I don't know.
She's like a 5.
All right, for anybody out there who thinks Jessica Biel is just okay, Google Jessica Biel in a sink.
In a sink?
In a sink. Just Google
Wait,
it. Jessica Biel in a sink.
Leroy's like, gotta go.
Just Google Jessica Biel in a sink.
How did you wind up there on the internet? How did you wind up with in a sink?
This is where we need Alexa.
I am an internet legend. Internet broadcasting legend. I know everything about the internet.
You're like the dark web in a person. You're just like
Leroy.
I don't know. Am I
Jessica Biel in a sink? Go ahead. Google images. Let me know.
Right, I guess I'm gonna do this because clearly this is crazy. This is just crazy talk that this is actually a thing.
Wow.
I'm a big winner. I'm a big winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
What?
Everybody out there, if you're listening to the program, hit the pause button and Google Jessica Biel in a sink.
She's
pretty hot.
She's like 18 there. What are you doing?
Yeah. Fucking
easy, Rob. Easy.
Fucking hit the ballpark right there.
Yeah.
Rock, it gives you other images around that you can look at if you want.
She's okay.
She's okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's the changing of the seasons, Leroy. I'm a little on edge.
He's grumpy. Grumpy Rock.
Yeah.
She could be better.
Yeah, Rock.
Who's Jimmy Fallon? Isn't Jimmy Fallon just like he didn't marry anybody famous, right?
Nah, just somebody. I don't know who she. I'm sure she's very lovely.
Oh, that's nice of you to say that.
I don't know. I don't know who she is. You know,
just some broad.
It's good. You know, we're back to got Good.
So why'd you bring that up? You just wanted to point out how nice Jimmy Fallon is?
I was kind of hoping you were
What?
you went out to the Hamptons or something this week, so we could do a whole nother Rocket is a hoity-toity segment. But apparently that fell on deaf ears because Rocket didn't.
Well,
do
no,
anything.
I didn't go. I'm not in the Hamptons, nor have I been to the Hamptons. And this is the first year in probably a long while I haven't at least gone to the beach once because the old child, that changes the game a little bit.
Sure does.
Can't be out there on Dune Road partying it up anymore.
Oh man.
Not that Rocket ever did that, but he can't be out at Neptune's fucking
What Rock needs,
drinking your SoCo shots.
what Rock needs is a nanny.
Oh, there you go, Rock.
So him and his wife can go venture out.
Well,
to the
that's
country.
funny you say that, Leroy, because we were down at my wife's parents over the weekend, and they watched a kid for a little bit, so we went and caught a movie. We haven't had a movie time in a long while. That's always been a fun thing we like to do, is go to the movies together.
What'd you go see there, Rock?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah, you never heard about that?
No, I don't know.
Was it good?
Was it good?
It was. I mean, I don't know. Apparently, it's the classic tale where the book is better, and I could see why, even having not read the book, because they kind of have to they had to plow through a lot of information. I mean, it was kind of like a tour guide to Shanghai in a way. It's about Asian culture essentially.
In rich
Asian culture. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a romantic, a little comedy. It's a sprinkle of comedy, but
Yeah.
I don't know that.
yeah.
You know what I saw this week, Rock?
It's hard to really talk about it without coming across racist. So it just is what it is.
Really?
Well, no, because anything I would say would probably be, misinterpreted. So
Fucking thoughts coming out of you. I'm just, I know, I get it. But you know what I saw this week, Rock?
Debbie does three black dudes.
I recommend this movie for everybody out there. Everybody,
There we go.
Red Sparrow. with
No,
Jennifer
no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Have you seen it?
No,
Have you seen it?
no.
Answer the
No,
question.
I haven't. And I'm not going to. That does not look good. It does not look like a good film.
Oh, I beg
Oh,
to differ.
stop. You're just staring at her. You're just like, oh, yeah. You think it's a good movie for that reason.
Oh, my.
You're like writing schmiting. Let's just look at, what's her face? What's her name again? Jennifer Lawrence. Let's just look at J-Law all night.
J-Law. That J-Law. By the way, I wish I was the key grip on that set. By the way.
Yeah, you were key gripping it while you were watching it.
I might have been.
See,
I've been
that's why
holding the
that's what
boom.
make it a good
I
film.
was holding the boom, Rock.
We get it.
J-Law. I actually read an article about it when the movie came out. How she was just very overly comfortable just walking around set naked.
See, so that's why it was a good movie for you.
Right. But so I saw it and I was like, I'm going to watch this movie because I heard, about her walking around on set naked, just being like, here I am, which is great. But there are some scenes, I will say, in the movie Red Sparrow.
Yes.
Where you're just like, J-Law, slow down. You are just, this is a little crazy. Like, she's really.
Oh, give an example.
All right. She's completely naked in front of some dude. And she just, she does this with her legs. And she's just like, okay, bang me. Like, it's just, she's completely naked.
Well, where's the camera?
The camera is, facing her. The thing that's blocking her hey nanny nanu is the guy's lower leg.
Oh,
That's it. And everything else is just visible. And she's like staring at, it's like straight, almost like the beginning of a porn. It was.
So that's why that's all that movie was. That's why it wasn't a good movie. That's why I'm not going to go see it.
It was good. There was some, espionage shit going on. But you really are you just want to go back to the previous
right.
scene.
So exactly to my point. So
I kind of just replayed that one scene a lot. And
I love when movie critic Kieran comes out. It's like you try to decipher between movie critic Kieran and just like Mr. Skin Kieran, and it's hard to tell until you get through 3/4 of the conversation when you realize which one it actually is.
At one point, she rolls up on this couple having sex and she just murders them with a golf club. I don't even know why that happened, but it was kind of hot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think what other films I've seen recently.
There was
Because clearly Karen is just.
There was one where she was like, some guy was like being very forcefully on her, and he killed her.
Aw,
great.
that's not nice.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a good movie. He's very that J-Law. She goes the extra mile for that money she collects for the acting gigs. Rock. That's what I'm saying.
Check to see if the phone lines are working.
Ooh,
Somebody tried calling in.
They did.
Yeah.
Well, they did. Well, they're here. They're working. It's open. There you go. Maybe they should try again. 718-690-9290 is the phone number. Red Sparrow. I believe everybody should go watch that one. Just for the J-Law. If you're a guy out there, I'm doing you a service. Here's Cool Teacher.
There it is.
Cool Teacher, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey guys, what's up?
Have you seen that movie Red Sparrow?
Yes, I have.
Tell Rocket how good Red Sparrow
Wait, can you
is.
hear me? Can you hear me, Cool Teacher?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Yes.
It was. I mean, it was good. I didn't expect it to be as sexual as it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What was good about it? What was so good about it? What kept you interested?
I think the story kept me interested because, like, she kept going back and forth. You didn't know if she was good or she was bad. So, like, her character kept flip flopping. You at one point you thought she was working for one person, and then in another scene it was like, oh no, maybe she's not. Maybe she is, messing around and saying she is, but she's not. Like, it was cool how they went back and forth in the plot. I thought
Interesting. Maybe part of the reason was not just thinking about it and why I haven't given it its due is because I saw it not too long ago, and I know it was out a while ago, but just the timing of it when I saw it and feeling it was similar. Having saw Atomic Blonde, and I thought Atomic Blonde was across the board really well done, and I don't think it got enough credit, and that's why I waited so long to see it, because it is visually entertaining, the story keeps you interested, and Charlize Theron just does a great job, and I'm like, okay, well, I got my fill in this, maybe that might have been part of the reason why I haven't really given Red Sparrow a chance, because I feel like I just saw it, and it was done pretty damn well. So why do I want to leave a bad taste in my mouth by watching J-Law just kind of like wing it because she's just getting naked because she figures everyone saw her body already. So what's the big deal, showing it on the screen at this point?
You got to try it.
Rocket is Siskel and I'm Ebert, and I'm giving this one a thumbs up. You can thumbs down it all the way to.
I'll see it at some point. I'm just not like jazzed about it. And let's see what Rotten Tomatoes said about it. Let me go to the old Rotten Tomatoes.
I wonder if Cool Teacher feels about how she feels about the seasons over there. She's on the East Coast.
Yeah. Do you like summer coming to an end there, Cool Teacher? Do you like the change in seasons?
I guess I do, but it's just like lately I feel like there's no like waiting period. It's like the next 2 days are going to be like 100 degrees, and then the weekend is going to be like 68. So it's like there's no real transition. It just like happens.
Right. That's part of the problem too.
It almost sounds like Cool Teacher is like on her cell phone dragging a dead body out of her house. Because I hear like the sound of like a lumpy sack being dragged down some stairs.
No, that must be my headphones. Oh, that's so funny.
If I could just jump in here and give what Rotten Tomatoes critic consensus is. Red Sparrow aims for smart, sexy spy thriller territory, but Jennifer Lawrence's committed performance isn't enough to compensate for thin characters and a convoluted story.
Who gives a shit, Rock? You got to watch it. Who gives a shit?
But I think that's what they were kind of saying. What to Kieran's point, Jennifer Lawrence's committed performance, and the fact that what Kieran was rewinding and replaying over and over again.
Committed.
Yeah.
He gave it all, Rock.
Yeah.
Worth every penny. I would have felt if I saw that Red Sparrow in a movie theater, I would have felt awkward. That's how much she was naked. I'd be like, I shouldn't be watching this in public. I got to be watching this in the comfort of my own home. I can't watch this in public. Right? She's naked a lot, and there's a scene where there's like almost like there's a rape scene, and you don't want to watch that with other people. It's weird. It's weird. You know,
Alone.
It's actually 2 rape scenes.
Yeah.
Wow,
There's 2 rape
that's
scenes.
weird.
Yeah, there's 2. Like one wasn't enough.
See, I'm not in any rush to see this film. It sounds like they're just doing, wacky sexual exploitation stuff to get people interested in it.
The whole Sparrow thing, like this being a Sparrow agent or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Like the training to be a Russian Sparrow agent is bizarre. It's just completely like sexual. It's all sexual. It's weird. Because apparently, I guess they lure in somebody. They always lure in their target with sex. So that's why they teach them to be very sexual. And that's why Jennifer Lawrence is literally in the middle of
Doesn't sound that interesting. See, the more you explain the story, the less. This is exactly why I'm avoiding it.
I'm not doing it justice, Rock. I think it should be up for an Academy Award. To be honest with you,
It's no crazy rich Asian.
Which, by the way, got a 93% on the old RT Rotten Tomatoes.
What, Red Sparrow?
No, Crazy Rich Asians. Red Sparrow got a 47.
Hey, but yeah. It's gonna be the first 47%er that won an Oscar. That's what it's gonna be, Rock. That should win an. Would it come out in it's older, right? It's an old film. Yeah. Anyway, go watch it, people. Don't listen to Rock. You don't
go watch Atomic Blonde if you want to trust someone who has a little more credibility with films. Or you could take it was Siskel and Ebert. You know what? Actually, you got his take, you got my take. Yeah, I felt like mine was less, Mr. Skin. Mine was more, movie critic like.
No, they're gonna go with me, Rock, on this one. They're gonna go. What?
They just want to see a naked Jennifer Lawrence, of course.
They're gonna go. Thank you, Kieran, for the tip. Rocket is being too uptight. Fuck that guy.
I think we're both giving valid information that the listeners can use if they want to watch naked Jennifer Lawrence. By all means, take Kieran's advice. Watch Red Sparrow
or Jessica Biel in a sink. Just Google
Jessica
that.
Biel in a sink. I'm giving you gems right off the top of the show, people.
Well,
cool teacher. Anything else?
Take notes.
How you feeling?
The puppet movie.
The puppet movie.
Happy Time Murders. How is that?
Whoa. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet if I liked it or not. It was very sexual, very like I expected it, to be like Muppets cursing and whatever, but it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. It was, I guess, very college humor.
Right.
I mean, there were some funny parts, but it was, I don't know, it was weird.
That was I feel like that's kind of how I felt about Sausage Party. I was kind of stoked to see that film. That was the Seth Rogen animated, completely like R-rated animated film. And I was pretty stoked about it, but it was just kind of like over the top, kind of like not even funny gratuitousness. It had good moments. It had a great cast of voices, but it was just kind of like, all right, like these jokes aren't that funny. Yeah, when you try too hard to be raunchy and it just comes across as like lame, that's kind of what the feeling was. And I feel like that's the same feeling I'm getting with the Happy Time Murders.
Seth Rogen, you know what you're getting with those fucking movies. Other than the one when he made with the kid about the kid that had cancer. How long is it going to take you to get that body in a trunk? He's dragging his body down the road now. I can't watch any more Seth Rogen movies.
Why?
I think I just know what I'm getting. Like you just said, I know what I'm getting. Like, it's gonna be fucking dick humor,
dude. But
it's dick humor is good. I think specifically Sausage's Party was a little over the top.
I just saw Funny People. You seen that one? Seth Rogen and Adam Sandler's. Yeah. Adam Sandler's a comedian who's dying.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that one.
Crazy. Yeah, and then I don't know. Seth Rogen's he's Seth Rogen. He just
Dicks, I'm gay.
he's funny, but it's dick jokes, and it's like
I get. I mean, listen, yeah, for sure. I mean, he was great in Superbad. He was great in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. He was great in The Neighbors, that Neighbors movie. I think he played the part great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what you're getting.
It's crazy how Rock is like, Seth Rogen is great, but Jessica Biel's, she's all right.
Yeah.
No, well, great. No, I'm agreeing to a certain extent with Seth Rogen. He's had some moments. He's had some ups and some downs. Jessica Biel, she's not that great of an actress. I'm sorry.
Oh, beautiful.
Cool teacher, since you're on the air with us and you're a female, what do you think about the Louis C.K. coming back to do stand-up at the Comedy Cellar in Manhattan? Anybody, any thoughts on that?
Too soon?
That's interesting that you brought that up, because I saw that on TMZ, and I was reading a little bit about what he said, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, you you see something, you make a mistake, you move on, but it's like he's like, I feel like he's going right back in there and like starting out with like jokes that maybe are not super appropriate, like right away. He's like kind of jumping out the gate with like, jokes about, what happened and stuff like that. I think that's a little.
Was he doing that?
Oh, I had no idea.
I didn't know he was doing jokes about his thing at all. The only articles I read about from eyewitnesses is saying that they saw him perform, that he just did straight material. He didn't do anything.
That's how I read it too, that he was just kind of doing classic Louis C.K. material.
Yeah. He was just up there, doing,
maybe Cool Teacher's got better sources.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she saw it live.
Ooh.
I'm looking on my TMZ app as we speak.
I'm a lawyer.
Where I saw it.
I thought he did straight material. I mean, that'd be kind of weird.
Straight material.
That would be giant news if he came out and was just like, man, I used to jerk off in front of women, got in trouble. But like, that would be weird.
That was his joke.
That'd be giant news, wouldn't it?
That was his jokes before he got caught.
I know, but addressing the fact, like the point to which led him for his career to be eliminated, would be kind of ballsy right off the bat.
Who cares?
And that would be huge news.
I think he should continue doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. If people don't like him, don't go see him.
True. That's the ultimate way
the
to voice your opinion, is to not support. If you don't support the person, don't support him. Now they were claiming that people were applauding him, like they were happy to see him in the audience.
It's like it's a comfortable place for him to go because it's the Comedy Cellar. He's been going there for years.
Right.
Like that. It's not like he's going to like.
But then the argument that I was seeing on Twitter was that people say that, since he made a surprise appearance, people were trapped essentially into having to see him because they didn't want to obviously make a scene by leaving, especially since he was in the middle. He wasn't like the last act and all that. So they were kind of trapped into the situation of sorts.
Was it an open mic night?
Well, no. Like these big comedians, they just show up and they just push people back and whatnot. They'll just, they get carte blanche.
Right, but like, did the people in the audience, did they pay to see specific B-lister comedians, or they just went there to see whatever showed up?
It's the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, but I believe there is a list when you walk in. Even if you don't know anybody, at least there is some sort of running order when you go in, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe there is some level of list. The bottom line is, though, he was not on that list. He just showed up.
Yeah, but if you're there and you're offended by it, just get up and leave.
Right. But again, I'm just stating what I saw as the argument is that, people were trapped in a way because they had to be there when they were there to see a show, and he just showed up and he took advantage of the situation by just making a surprise appearance when they were there to see a show. And if they left, and then they missed the rest of the show that they wanted to see.
Fuck them. Here's the deal. If you show up to a place like that and somebody shows up that you don't like a Louis C.K., for example, if you already had like a bad taste in your mouth about Louis' situation or whatever, and he shows up, you might want to sit there and listen to what his jokes are anyway. You know what I mean? Not be so offended. Just see what he's got to say. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, for sure.
That would be kind of ridiculous if you're like, oh, Louis here, I'm leaving.
Fuck you, Louis.
Like, yeah, what kind of human being are you if you just get up to leave?
Well, what do you mean? Well, that's the thing. What kind of human being are you to be supporting him? That's what a lot of people are saying.
Right. It goes both ways.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's that's a tough call. I mean, personally, I think it was too soon. I think that by him showing up, it was great. It was so. This one woman posted on Twitter. She's like, I'm still on the same shampoo bottle, and Louis C.K. is already back to performing. As to say, like, that's how quickly he's already coming back. And even in my opinion, it's kind of like soon.
He did. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not.
What did he do? He was with an adult women, right, in a room.
Yeah,
and he pulled down his pants and jerked off in front of him, right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
Yes.
Offensive.
But they weren't like forced to stay there.
But the women are saying that he cost them their careers
How?
because he basically blacklisted them of sorts.
Yeah, I can't get in the debate of the whole Me Too movement and stuff like that, but I think that.
But no, I think it's a great point that you're kind of working around. Is that if this happened at a different time, maybe a few months just kind of like laying low would have been it.
Well, compare him to like Kevin Spacey. Totally different.
Well, it also happened years ago. It wasn't even like this wasn't like last year. These shit happened years ago.
Usually that's the case with all. Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think even Spacey was a long time ago.
Yeah. But his scenario is a lot more, kind of creepy, offensive.
It's not on not on the Harvey Weinstein level.
No, we're not comparing these. I mean, even though they're, we're not throwing Harvey into this situation.
He's not. He didn't he wasn't like forcefully.
There was no trees involved, plants involved.
There was no plants involved. There is. He just was like, I need the. He's like, I need to jerk off. I'd like to have an audience.
He probably should have waited, like right here and like wait until like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean,
when the visitors have left.
Well, he found the women. This is what I got. He found the women attractive, and what he actually asked them, he was like, would you mind, you watching me jerk off? That's what he would do.
Jeez,
I don't even know if he actually got to the point of pulling down his pants and started like jacking. I don't think he did that. He just asked them. I don't even know if he actually did that in front of them.
I wonder if he was throwing that out like in a humorous way. You know what I mean? Like to try to be funny.
But again, these women are accusing him of ruining their careers. He ruined their careers. Forget about the whole act. It's beyond that.
He just hit. He basically hit on him in a creepy way.
Wait, was he?
That's all he did.
Was he like?
Right?
People
if that's
work
the
for him?
case.
These people work for him.
Or did work for him. They're saying, and obviously, it's a little bit of hearsay, but apparently they're claiming that he ruined their careers
because they can't, they rejected it. They felt offended by it, and then by them stating that Louis C.K. hit on me and I didn't want that people are going to start hating them because Louis C.K. has a bunch of crazy amount of fan base.
So it would
It
would have been completely appropriate if this was just somebody that you met on the internet, like a date.
If it wasn't a comedian,
if it wasn't like a business person,
probably would have been just fine.
Right.
It still is not fine. I don't think it's a little weird.
No,
right?
it's just you saying something.
It would have been accepted.
It's just
a little.
No, it's like being at a bar and go, hey, you know what? You like me? I find you attractive. Would you mind watching me jerk off? And that girl just slaps you in the face and leaves.
Right.
If some girl, like you see some girl at the bar or whatever, you go hang out with her, you take her back to your apartment. She's like, you mind if I masturbate in front of you? You'd be like, what would you say?
I'd go, knock yourself out. I'll be in the kitchen.
I guess that's what he's doing, but if he was Brad Pitt or something,
fuck, that's happened to me, man. That's happened to me, and I wasn't even paying attention, really.
What?
It's happened. You just don't pay attention. You're just like, yeah, that's great. Good for you. Click with the remote. To be honest with you, it's not a big deal. Like, what are you doing over there? Fucking
twiddling your dinner?
Yeah, it's like you got one of these mouses. Like, it's ridiculous.
But again, it changes. It changes when it involves people's careers, and I feel like that's where it takes it to this next level of problems and effects.
But where it involves their career is that it didn't just happen to be another comedian, and they didn't have to promote it. Like, they didn't have to go, you know what? you know, Louis, if they didn't even say anything, their careers wouldn't have been over.
But it still doesn't
You know
matter.
what I
He's like trying to like masturbate in front of him. Like that alone is a problem.
Did he like? I don't know. I don't know if he actually pulled down his pants and was like cranking it, or did he just ask them?
Is it
Ask
a
them.
problem or is it a learning experience?
I don't know. It's
a bad situation as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, in this climate, it's gonna be looked at as
Right.
which sucks. This whole fucking world is weird.
Wow.
Everything's weird now.
There's no.
You-
Why did he have to do that? Why do you have
You
to,
know,
Karen? Would you ever do that? Would you ever
No,
do
I
that?
wouldn't.
So like why are we trying to reason with it? It's not
I'm not-
rational.
With it, I'm not trying to
It's
reason
not,
with it.
it's not.
I'm just trying to like, should the guy's career be over for it? No, I don't think it should be. I think it should be able to come back. He didn't do anything that was anywhere close to something that isn't. It's just a creepy way of asking a girl would they want to do something. That's all it is.
And people know about it now. It's out in the open, so he can carry on.
He didn't restrain anybody. He didn't force somebody into a situation. He just asked a creepy question. That's all he did. That's all he did. And so the guy's career should be over? No.
But
Fuck
again,
no,
I think there was other ramifications beyond just the creepy question.
Why? Because they looked at him as more successful in the comedy world.
They claim that it ruined their careers.
Yeah, I can claim that. You know what I mean? Anybody ruin my career? You know what I mean? Like I'm not successful, so it's Louis C.K.'s fault.
But that's the audience's fault. It's not Louis C.K.'s
I'm just providing
fault.
the information. How who can claim what? So be it. But that's what they're saying, and that just adds to the fuel to the fire. That it's not just so cut and dry. Like, oh, he's just asking a really awkward way of like, hey, you wanna do something.
But here's the actual question: how many people really do have careers in comedy? Not many.
No,
If you think about it,
it's true.
there's not many.
Well,
Can those girls really claim that their careers are ruined? What were they making? Fucking $15 a spot?
Well, they could have been.
Be honest with you, is that a career? No, it's not.
They could have been actresses.
You know what I
or something.
mean? Like Louis C.K. There's like maybe 40 guys that have a real career in comedy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
Out of hundreds of thousands.
at one point, he didn't have one. You know, everybody earns it. And
Yeah.
He kind of
Just because he earned his career
doesn't mean
and he hit on a girl that was, not at his level, I guess, in a career that makes it wrong. What if that was like a I don't know, a Lisa Lampanelli type? Would it be the same thing?
I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean?
Like Lisa Lampanelli she made a career at being
Well,
a
are
comic.
you saying he did that to her?
Yeah, what if he did the same thing to Lisa Lampanelli? Would that be something? Well, I mean, be honest with you,
It
because
still
Lisa Lampanelli would probably just be like, because she was at the time that he made that advancement towards that girl back in the day.
Right.
Like Lisa Lampanelli was a big deal.
Right.
it still would have been something if she was uncomfortable with his whatever he was doing, right?
I think
That's actually, I'm trying to play that scenario in my head, Kieran, and it actually brings up a good point because she had a lot of clout around that time period, and so she would have been able to deflect the blow back from him to be able to maintain a career, and thereby, in a sense, like lessening the issue in a way.
and probably make money off of it. To be honest with you.
Right. Well, right, or even that. But that's kind of interesting because she had a career. It would have lessened the intensity or the seriousness essentially of it because it'd have been like, Louis C.K. does like ridiculous thing and tries to masturbate in front of Lisa Lampanelli. It potentially would have just been like some like side story, and because she had so much clout, which is kind of funny in a way.
Wouldn't have been a story. She wouldn't even talked about it.
She might have.
She might, but she would.
Oh,
probably
that's
just
a
say-
great point. That's a great point.
Wouldn't have brought it up in a like a litigious manner.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I mean?
it could have potentially caused issues with her career, which is the problem. That's again, here's the problem.
Ooh, her career, Lisa Lampanelli's
Or
career.
what if it was like Sarah Silverman?
She would have joked. She's
Same thing.
She's pretty crude too.
She's
man.
a big time comic.
Is she?
What? She's popular. People know her.
Is she?
She sells out theaters.
Oh man.
I know you don't like her. Okay, what if it was Bonnie McFarlane?
Oh, forget it. There's not enough time in the show to break this down.
What if she was Ali Wong?
I tell you what. Here's the thing I wanted to get to. Let's move on. I was watching. I've been watching like old Tough Crowd
segue.
shows. You remember that old Comedy Central show, Tough Crowd with
sure,
Colin?
sure.
go back and watch those things, Rock, because the things that are said on that show. Is Cool Teacher still on the damn air?
Ask her a question.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. If you watch Tough Crowd, you're just like, holy shit! A lot of the stuff that was said on Tough Crowd back in the day couldn't be said on television these days. With the way things are,
It's the way
it's
things
amazing
are.
Yeah,
But that goes for
crazy
any
how
time
things have
period
changed.
I mean, just to give an example, television history. Imagine like the 50s. Like, you could say that about how they felt about like how the 60s. Oh, you could have said that in the 50s. And then the 60s and the 70s, et cetera, et cetera.
Tough Crowd's not even that long ago. Like 10 years ago.
So 10 years is 10 years.
Crazy though. But I don't like that. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I just explained it. I
get it, but I'm not listening. All right, well,
cool teacher, how are you feeling, Cool Teacher? Before you go, how are you feeling these days?
I'm doing okay. I'm actually going back to work tomorrow.
Hey, that's good. That's great, actually.
Wait, isn't it? It's almost summer. It's almost summertime, right? Oh no, it's over. What am I talking about?
I think Leeward just.
I'm sorry.
We just had a whole segment about that.
Yeah, I just.
Wait a minute. It's almost summertime. I don't even know what he's saying. It's school starts tomorrow, right? Kids go back to school in the Northeast now.
Somehow.
Teachers go back tomorrow, and then kids go start Wednesday.
There you go. Good luck, Cool Teacher. Back at it.
I'm glad you're going back. I'm happy for you, and as always, we wish you the best.
Thank you. I'm nervous because I've been out for a year, so this is like kind of starting over.
It's like riding a bike.
It's riding a bike. You'll be back at it. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Show those kids.
Yeah, just wanted to call and say hi.
All right. Well, thank you, Cool Teacher. You're a great listener.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck at school.
Alrighty.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
There's Cool Teacher. God, dragging a goddamn body around.
My kids have been in school for like months already.
Well, yeah, it's different out there because you don't have the winters where there's just snow and death.
I don't know why I got a little confused right there. It was easy.
Leroy just woke up, just said something that was completely
like summer's like just starting, right?
I can't believe Easter's tomorrow. Like, where are you?
I don't know.
All right, let's do a break. We'll come back because I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know what we've done. We haven't done anything. All right, we got a lot of stuff.
What are you talking about?
Leroy's got breaking news.
Not really.
Leroy's got breaking news.
Why do we do breaks anymore? Like, what's the point?
Because I need to reset my mind, Rock.
Right.
It's only so much this thing to get overheated.
I just feel like it wastes time. We could be like chatting about stuff.
That's the whole point of our show.
It's a reset. It's like you got to reset.
I got to reset.
Rock. I agree with Rock.
Plus, I got to play spots to remind people that we're on the social media sites and that donations would be all right.
But you can just say that. You
Huh?
can just do live reads of that while we're doing our show.
I'm just hitting a break. See you later.
You know, the one thing that would make this better? A really big hit of window pane acid.
Lunatic Radio. Don't be unsociable.
I don't know him. Who the hell am I sitting next to?
Lunatic Radio's on Facebook.
Oh, they all just go there?
Everybody.
Yeah. Are we on there, Ron?
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
Take a moment and follow them now.
I hate them.
Before Kieran has another international incident.
What do you like? Tits.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
Add us as a friend.
Yes, we like that.
I like you, you like me.
We can have a ham sandwich
It's
together.
called the friendship on the Facebook.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
If you are a proud supporter of lunaticradio.com show and you like to see this show flourish or just Rock and I become alcoholics, you can donate to the lunaticradio.com show by simply going on our website, Rocket, fire away.
Yes, absolutely. Donations. Go to the website on lunaticradio.com and select from one of the options, either a recurring amount or simply just give whatever you feel. Anything and everything is appreciated and helps pay for any of the expenses for the show and helps us keep going and, not have to dig out of our pockets. And we appreciate, again, anything you can give.
Right. So give a shit and give us a donation.
Well, give money. Don't give a shit.
All right. I can go on about that one. So log on to the lunaticradio.com website if you would be so kind and give us a donation, it would be great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes.
From the lunaticradio.com show.
Kayla, what do you do there in Iowa?
Nothing much. Just hang out with friends and have a blast at football games. Yeah, I'm a cheerleader, so.
Oh yeah, for what school? Please don't say.
Like up by Waterloo. It's like East High School.
High school?
Nice.
Yeah.
Suddenly Karen's favoriting this phone call.
Might have to tap out on this one, Kayla.
You just piqued Kieran's interest.
Yeah, hold on a second. If he's studying or don't you have
school just opened up 2 days ago.
Doesn't
school start tomorrow? How old of a gal are you there, Kayla?
17.
We're tapping out.
Have you ever picked potatoes before?
No.
I mean, doesn't Iowa have it's Idaho? I get confused between those two states.
We're just going to the back room for a second, Rock. I'll be right back.
I get confused between those states. Iowa. Don't you have like there's Des Moines over there and things like that?
Karen and Rock have returned.
I had in my hand a bunch of condoms, KY, lube, and a sixer. Or as Kieran would like to call it, a good time.
LunaticRadio.com. Kieran and Rock. LunaticRadio.com.
So there's Ben Stiller sitting 3 rows behind me.
Wow. Look at you, high roller.
I as soon as I saw Ben Stiller sitting there, I was just like, I got better seats than fucking Ben Stiller. Fuck yourself. Not that he's a talent or anything. It's all about me, and my seats are better. So I glance over, and actually, it took another gander, and behind me, about 7 rows up, was another celeb. Fucking Billy Crystal.
Wow.
Sitting 7 rows up behind me, directly behind me. And I'm going, this fucking Billy Crystal. I got better seats than Billy fucking Crystal. Fuck yourself.
That Roger Maris film, Suck Dick. I got better seats than you.
Yes, it was weird. It was like, I've done that before. I went to go see the first Men in Black, a screening for that one time. I got
Will Smith film?
Yeah, like my girlfriend at the time got me my tickets to go see fucking Men in Black in East Hampton, and Will Smith was sitting in the audience with us. And it was kind of bizarre. Like, it's weird sitting like, I don't know, watching with celebrities. I'm not like a big celebrity guy. I notice them. I'm like, that's the guy from that movie. Sure, good deal. I'm not going to approach him or say hello. Even though Ben and Billy, they gave me a little point out there, like, you're one talented fuck.
Oh, they did that too?
They gave me those eyes. We know the radio show.
They spotted you?
You're a one talented fuck. Don't ever give up. We love the masturbation shit. They're saying that just through their eyes. I knew what they were saying. Ben Stiller. And his wife's kind of hot, by the way. So it was a star-studded evening in the theater.
Wow.
Internet radio DJ, movie star, comedic legend.
Kieran and Rock. LunaticRadio.com.
At 17, I made 17,000 living in public housing. Integrity intact, repping hard.
What up, everybody? LR Show. Rock still not back yet. Yeah, here Rock, Leroy Jenkins, hanging out. Live number to call in, 718-690-9290. You can email us at the show, lunaticradio.com. You can follow us on Twitter at lunaticradio.com and on Instagram at lunaticradio.com. That's all of our social medias, everybody. Get out there and connect with us via social media. Social media, Rock, is the way to log into the show when we're not on the air.
The internet.
The internet is the place to be.
That's all I got on that.
A Connecticut man told police he was a paranormal investigator, faces several charges after firing shots in his house. And he told police that he was shooting at a ghost. What do you think about that, Rob? Shooting at a ghost.
That was the whole punchline at the very end there. He was shooting at a ghost?
Shooting at a ghost.
That was a whale.
Yeah, really? That's what Kieran sounds like about 11:03.
You know what it sounds like? Sounds like a wounded ghost, to be honest with you. Like maybe he actually did hit the ghost with a shot.
Listen, if you saw a ghost, you'd want to be shooting at it.
How many drugs? What kind of narcotics do you need to be on to go?
Narcota?
Oh, narcotics.
Can you stop that?
Like,
It does not. It's not a ghost. That is a whale call.
It's a beluga whale.
Yeah,
really. To be like, oh my God, there's a ghost. Let me shoot it. Like, hey, your brain very dim, Rock. Very dim brain.
Well,
I go,
you know, like I said, Kieran, if you saw a ghost and you had a handgun, would you not?
Would I
just shoot it?
No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, the ghost is dead. Why am I going to use the gun?
This guy here is dead.
Yeah. Why am I going to use a gun to kill the ghost? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Never.
I think in a moment of utter fear. Have you ever been around a ghost, Kieran?
Fuck yeah.
Liar. Don't lie.
I've had a few encounters. I'd be like, yeah, it is a ghost.
Really? Can you explain one of the encounters?
I was living with a girlfriend, and I was in bed, and the ghost of my former penis got up and walked out of the room. I don't know. There was something that walked out.
That was just.
I was looking for. I'm sorry if I wanted to try to attempt to do a joke.
Terrible improv.
I thought I saw an image of something walking out the door, but it probably wasn't nothing because I was half asleep. And there you go.
Can't wait to listen back to that improv moment. That's gonna be great. That sound has better improv skills than what I just heard.
Here's more. Watch.
Oh, it sounds like that Australian, was it like the didgeridoo? It's what it sounds like.
Vuvuzela.
What it was. The guy just heard his neighbor playing the didgeridoo, and he just started shooting that shit because he saw her
I
shadow.
kind of can reason with this guy for shooting at a ghost because it probably scared the shit out of him. And you're just, what do you do? You know, what do you do?
All right, so he's going to be in court on September 11th on charges including the illegal discharge of a firearm, making a false statement to police because he said he was shooting at a ghost. Obviously, he's lying.
Well,
you're lying.
If he has a good lawyer,
I was scared shit, so you must have quit.
Second degree reckless endangerment, misusing an emergency call, and disorderly conduct. So there you go, Rock.
Well,
he's free on $5,000 bond.
Damn.
Somebody paid for this guy to get out of fucking jail.
Probably his wife or
I
something.
mean, listen, there's haunted houses out there. You never know. Amityville Horror Story. Come on, bro.
State police told the Journal Inquirer of Manchester that this guy made a similar report back in 2011. So he's been shooting ghosts for a while. Quite a
He's a
career.
Ghostbuster. It's like a real Ghostbuster.
He just had the wrong weapon. That's all.
Right.
Science-
Ectoplasm.
Scientists can't rule out alien life on Jupiter after shocking discovery. The shocking discovery that there's water, Rock. Who gives a fuck?
Well, wait. So keep in mind, alien just means, like other life. It could be
Right. It doesn't mean like there's a guy rolling around with it's like a
giant eyes. It could be like a guy that looks exactly like Kieran, just on another planet. That's an alien.
Right.
Whoa.
Maybe I'm the alien.
Oh shit.
That'll
That'll explain this crazy career of podcasting, because it only take like some sort of alien life form to want to keep doing this.
Here's a story. I performed in 375 pornos before turning to God. Rock, you want to hear about that?
Oh, how many?
375.
Is it
Who's
somebody we
counting?
know?
Brittany De La Mora.
Oh yeah, I know.
Here's Brittany in action.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, I know her.
We all just did that joke. We all just did that same joke.
Successful career as a porn star and found a new calling in life, preaching the word of God. Now she's making money as a real estate agent and using her voice at a local church to help reduce the stigma porn stars are having among religious people. So there you go, Rock.
See, that's another whale.
Tell me how much you want that mouth for.
How is that going to work? Like, how is the church community going to accept her?
don't know. I mean, if I was in that church and then I heard her like backstory, I'd be like, I'm right on Google. I'm right on Google right out of it. Right. Once the hour is up for church services, I am going right onto the parking lot, Google searching Brittany De La
It's
Mora.
not very you're not being very
Christian of me. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but churches have to accept people that need.
That's a great point, Leroy Jenkins. That's a great point.
And I'm gonna redeem myself. In the parking.
What she just said?
She said, let me kneel and pray. That's what she just said. I think she said the
Do you
opposite
feel like
of that.
all like the single guys in that church community are like trying to just like butter up to her and be like, hey, maybe we want to do like a private Bible session together?
Let's go pew together. Pray on the pew, whatever the fuck it is.
Did either
Let's
one
go have meetings. Let's go sing something.
Did either one of you guys?
Can we try things with the rosary?
How about you take communion?
Oh my God, Karen.
Since we're on the subject, did either one
in this church we don't give the cracker?
Did either one of you guys watch the Aretha Franklin thing where the pastor? The pastor was grabbing Ariana Grande.
His titty.
What?
Yeah.
No, I had no idea about this.
Yeah, he made her. She looked real uncomfortable.
What was
he was grabbing her and like talking about like grabbing her around the
Maybe the pastor felt like, well, if Pete Davidson has a chance, why don't I?
Right.
Aretha, yeah. Aretha.
Poor Pete Davidson. He's just trying to be a happy guy. I feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
I do. I feel like they're like just like beating on him. Like, are you sure what you're doing, Ariana? Like, imagine being that guy.
Oh, that's not what the pastor was doing. What do you mean?
Oh, I'm already over it. I'm talking about Pete Davidson. I'm like, I feel bad for Pete.
The public are giving him shit.
Yeah, they're giving her shit essentially because they're like, "Are you sure you know what you're doing? Like, you sure you guys know what you're doing? Like, that's not geared like it's geared towards her, not towards Pete Davidson, because he's just like they just look at him as some low life from Staten Island who's a comedian, and they're just like, he's just latching on to her.
Well, I mean, hey, that's how it works.
There she is performing.
She always looks like she's 13.
Perpetually 17.
By the way, what an honor. I mean, that's an honor to be performing at Aretha Franklin's funeral. That is an honor.
Very talented.
Like, who else was there, like, singing?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not too many other people.
Here's the part where he's grabbing her titty.
It would never be my intention to touch any woman's breast.
This is the pastor.
I don't know. I guess I put my arm around her. I hugged all the female artists and the male artists, everybody that was up. I shook their hands and hugged them, and that's what we're all about in the church, about love.
It was. He was like the pastor had his arm around her, and his hand was like this, like right here. It wasn't like grabbing her titty.
Yeah,
it was
probably just exaggerated.
It really wasn't much.
Yeah,
of it.
it was
Yeah, but
exaggerated.
it's still inappropriate. You don't need to be touching people.
That's what I hate about today. Like this. Once the clip hits the internet, somebody's like, "I think his fingers on her nipple."
Wait, didn't you see how she
now
was?
it's a story.
Didn't you see how she was like squirming to kind of get away from him a little bit?
Oh, was she? Let's see.
Well, maybe she just wanted to be. No, I don't know.
Maybe I crossed the border, or maybe I was
Crossed
too
the
friendly
border.
and familiar. But again, I apologize. It's not about the way that I meant it, or
Do you think he wanted to grab her titty in front of a whole 1,000 people in the church? No, he didn't want to do that. Get a fucking hold of yourself, people.
it went bad.
Don't touch her. Don't
If
touch her.
somebody took it the wrong way.
He had her fucking. He was just.
Why does he
holding.
need to hug her?
Because that's the way he is. He's a
Nah,
hugger.
don't hug people.
Some people are huggers.
Or if they were offended by it. The
Stay out of
easiest thing, the
people's
right thing for me
personal
to do
space.
As a Christian, as a man of God, is to apologize. And I sincerely apologize to Ariana again if I offended her in any kind of way. The last thing I want to do is to be a distraction to this day, which is
Right.
all about Aretha Franklin and the Queen of Soul.
Right. So the people on the internet completely ruined Aretha Franklin's funeral because they had the fucking tweet about the pastor grabbing Ariana Grande's titty.
Oh, this guy.
Can you imagine if you died, Rock, and at your funeral, my dick just happened to fall out when I was doing my
Aw, that would
eulogy?
have been sweet.
And then that's all that everybody's talking about on the internet is that my dick fell out, not about, memory.
It's funny. Actually, it's funny because you're saying this, and I'm like, I had no idea that this happened because I don't think that was the big story. I think the big story was the meme that came about with Bill Clinton and Ariana Grande, and that everyone's like saying like every woman wishes that their man looked at them the way Bill Clinton looked at Ariana Grande at the funeral. He was just like in love. He gave like the love eyes to her.
Here's the portion of I think this is the clip of him with Ariana at the podium.
Watch her squirm.
And he reaches around to grab her.
She looks uncomfortable, dude.
Here, okay. There we go.
When I saw Ariana Grande on the program, I thought that was a new something at Taco Bell. Girl, let me give you all your respect.
Yeah.
I certainly want to apologize.
That wasn't the right clip.
It's not.
See, Leroy, here's the thing I want you to learn from this segment specifically. I think this kind of sums up the show in a microcosm. Like Kieran gets his news from like the old news stuff, and I'm getting the hot topics from like the what's out there, the on the edge new technology, social media memes, what everyone's talking about. You know, Kieran's finding out what the New York Post is reporting on page 13, and I'm telling you what Twitter is telling you right now. What's going on? What's hot right now?
What's happening right now?
Yeah.
What's happening
No
right
one
now?
cared about the past. Everyone's talking about the Bill Clinton eyes.
All right, I don't know.
This guy's he's in it. They're in a ceremony for Aretha Franklin, celebration for her, and he's making jokes about Taco Bell, and he's like, "Hey, let me give you a little."
Yeah, I think that's better than
That's
fucking,
inappropriate. He's inappropriate. He's
Hey.
the one being inappropriate.
Right.
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag Louis C.K. Where's the fuck is my career again?
She just went there to sing.
That's a long hashtag.
She went there to sing a song, not to get groped or fondled by the guy. And you know what? Keep your hands off. People don't need to hug each other.
Shout out to Taco Bell. Gordita.
You like the gordita? Huh?
By the way, Taco Bell, they are so consistent. I go years without having them. Have them again, it's like you're just like right back to where you were the last time you had them.
What about like the new menu items? Are you like, holy shit, what is this? I didn't know that was a Mexican dish.
No, none of it's a Mexican dish. It's just like how many ways can you do a tortilla, cheese, and protein in some sort of random concoction? That's all it is. And it's good.
Taco Bell is good. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long
Dude,
time.
go get it. Go get
Now I'm
it.
hungry.
They put something in that food that makes you. It's like nicotine.
Yeah. I want like a 12 pack of soft tacos.
It's the perfect. The same way they completely scientifically engineered Doritos. Taco Bell did the same engineering with their food.
It's
Without
not
a
even
doubt.
meat.
It isn't. It isn't meat. Why is it always like when you eat like I get like 4 soft tacos in, and then the 5th one just starts to taste like dog shit. It really does. The 5th one is always the one that's just like I can't eat anymore.
I just have to
it's
stop myself from ordering because otherwise I just keep ordering shit.
Is it the crunchy shell or soft
Oh,
shell?
fuck the crunchy. The crunchy shell is for amateurs.
Yeah.
You get like the soft shit because it's like, oh man, just nice and smooth down your throat.
Leroy Jenkins has a story about what is it? The 24-hour.
My body. Rex Mundi coming in. My body is acclimated to Taco Bell since birth. I'm telling you, man. It is like, who doesn't like Taco Bell?
Everybody does.
I like Del Taco.
Fuck you. What's that shit?
Oh no, Del Taco's is dog shit.
No.
Yeah, don't even listen.
No,
to
that's
that.
just that was reverse Leroy Jenkins news.
No, it is.
That was un-news.
It was like I think their meat comes out of toilet bowls.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
That was just a silly thing to say. That was probably the worst thing you've ever said.
Me? Just right now?
All right, I'm fine.
Just right now?
No, the Del Taco comment that Leroy said.
All right, listen.
Ridiculous.
This will be my last day on the show. I will retire.
Oh, you gonna pull a Mike Schmidt?
They start crying.
Mike Schmidt do that?
Del Taco no one's ever referenced Del Taco.
Did they even have Del Tacos in New York? I don't think
no,
they do.
what a waste of time.
They're isolated to the desert because they couldn't get out of the desert. Del Taco.
I guarantee there's other people out there that feel the same as I do. It's Taco Bell's inferior.
I would love to see a Mexican chain restaurant face off between Taco Bell and Del Taco.
Yeah.
Right. I would like to too, as well.
Taco Bell's the shit.
It really is. It really.
Shit in a good way.
They're impressive. Like they could remember like years ago they had like little outbreak where people were getting sick. Man, like Chipotle should take a page out of Taco Bell's book because they squashed that. They cleaned the floors, and the next day, whoop, we're back up and running. Get your tacos. Get your tacos.
People are right in that fucking drive-through line going, okay, I need my tacos.
Yeah.
They're right, man.
Meanwhile, at Chipotle, someone sneezed, and it's like, fuck, we got to shut them down.
Shut everything down. We got to apologize. We're sorry.
Did you hear, like, recently Chipotle, they had, like, a free free guacamole day, and, like, 500 people got sick. It's like, they can't catch a break, that store. They cannot catch a break. They're literally giving food away, and people still get sick.
Yeah, well, Taco Bell's a giant, dude. When it comes
Judgment
to
Day, Karen, we talked about this many years ago. Judgment Day, the movie, not Judgment Day.
Three She Shells.
Demolition Man.
That's what it was. God damn.
No.
North America is about to have its first 24-hour sex doll brothel. Rock. Do you want to hear about that? That's breaking news from Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, what? Let's get on it.
Let me.
And that play could be a finalist in the Trojan Ends Boner of the Week Award.
Sunday, dickhead.
Go ahead, Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins breaking news. Go ahead.
So a tough start for the Erie Warriors.
Go ahead.
This is like a break segment right here.
Yeah.
I can't even get to the news because I got music blaring in the background. All right.
There we go.
Kieran said, North America is about to get a 24-hour sex doll brothel. This is in Toronto, Canada.
Canada?
Beautiful silicone ladies, Rock. How do you feel about that?
Beautiful silicone ladies, Rock.
I don't know. I mean, if that's what guys are into, so be it. I personally, I don't understand it, but Kieran, would you go for it?
It brings new meaning to a man saying to a dame, "Hey, come over here, doll face." Nothing. Let that one just sit right there.
Hey, here's the deal. When life gives you lemons, say fuck the lemons and fail.
That's what I did on that last show.
Grand opening September 8th in Toronto, California.
So I hate to be the person that have to watch what happened.
Where is your brain today? He just said Toronto, California.
I didn't finish the California.
What's happening, Leroy?
80 to $480 a session.
Now I'm starting to understand why Kieran had someone else try to get someone else last week.
That's why I'm retiring after this. Taking my headphones, I'm done.
Toronto, California, man.
Who's gonna clean up the dolls after?
$80 to $480?
They say here that there's no problem with that. They clean them up.
Are there some real
terrible job?
Are some real skank dolls in there? Like, can you get like can you get a real skanky doll?
By the way, they had one of these in Barcelona.
What's the difference?
Right, last summer,
Barcelona.
Yeah, the owner had to turn away a series of
Barcelona, Michigan.
They're opening one up in Trenton, Wyoming, too, I think.
Hopefully that's a finalist for this week's show title.
Miami, Alaska. I can't wait to go there.
Barcelona, Michigan.
Topeka, Russia.
Fucking
Guantanamo Bay, Arkansas.
New Mexico, Kansas.
Just dumb.
Fucking
San Antonio, Israel.
Fort Worth, Oregon. We don't need to do the brothel story anymore.
Pittsburgh, Maine. Shit.
This is why you need to keep me, man.
Denver Long.
You can't fire me, Kieran.
Fuck, that's funny. I don't know why.
I got audio of a girl who thinks she got into her Uber ride, but it wasn't. It was just a dude picking her up.
Classic.
Like a girl. You want the? But I don't know if this is actually real because she's like filming herself getting into this car, and then she gets into the car and rides with this guy, and then she gets a call on her phone, I guess from her actual Uber driver looking to pick her
Okay,
up.
that makes sense.
Okay, let me I'll play the audio. See if you think this is like some sort of sham. She is pretty hot though.
Oh boy, see right there.
Yeah, so I think it's like a sham.
That's what Kieran wants. Stories. There's no meat and substance to it.
No, there's some substance.
All right, let me hear it.
So here it is. This is all right. No one's gonna play it. Here she is, filming herself getting into the car.
Hi there.
She thinks this is her Uber. Getting into the car.
Is that off? It's just a live stream. I'm not recording a video.
Wasn't that recording a video?
Yeah, I don't understand this part. Like, why is she live streaming with her friends?
Why would you live stream going into an Uber?
I know, I don't get it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't. But I'm like, maybe I'm just an old fuddy duddy, and maybe this is what kids do. I don't know. But here we go.
The live stream. It's not recording. Don't worry, it's not recording or anything.
So the guy's pulling away.
I'm just talking to my friends. Oh, okay. Yeah.
She says she's talking to her friends, but yet she says nothing to her friends.
Live streaming is not talking to your friends.
Right.
I'm just exploring LA, and so they're just watching.
How was your night?
Good. How was your night?
Good. What's your name?
Caroline. Sebastian, nice to meet you.
She's like a Kardashian type.
Mm-hmm. Not very bright.
Well, how so?
She's just this little makeup. She's like one of them.
Oh, you're seeing video. I thought. Oh, right. So there's video involved.
The video. Yeah,
she's like a blonde Kim Kardashian.
It's posted on Unlaid. Here's more.
Who are you visiting?
Hello.
And now she gets a call from the actual Uber driver, going, "Hey, where are you?"
You were looking for Caroline, right?
Yeah. Where are you visiting from?
From Washington, D.C.
Oh, D.C.
Well, I live here.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Are you an Uber?
No.
Oh my God, drop me off.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Okay, thank you.
How fucking weird is that, dude? If that's real,
I think it was real.
It seems like it's real.
So he's not an Uber, but that doesn't mean he wasn't a taxi.
No, I don't know. He obviously the
So
video
all right,
cuts
so
off.
there's this thing, and I'm sure it's in a lot of cities because I know of it in New York City. It's called gypsy cabs. They're just you're paying for car service to take you from one place to another. So it's not
Right.
that crazy. They're called gypsy cabs, as far as I'm concerned, and what a lot of people nickname them as.
It is kind of scary though. Now maybe that guy was a gypsy cab. Maybe it was. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So you just got into a gypsy cab, and shame on her for like she's not concentrating because she's live streaming. And then secondly, not keeping track of her Uber because Uber shows like a GPS as to where they are. So she's the dolt in this, really.
She put some yeah, she is the dope. He has some quotes here. I can't believe some random dude just let me in his car.
It's not a random dude. Chances are it was just a gypsy cab.
Chances are it probably was a gypsy cab, like Rocket just said. You're right.
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean? So now that guy,
she's the victim because he's probably just picking up people and doing his gig. Now, technically, from what I understand, it's not like legal, but it's not illegal. Obviously, it's just like with, like in New York City, you have like the taxi cab with the medallions and all that. So the gypsy cab's kind of like they're on the down low, but at the end of the day, they take it from one place to another, and you can negotiate with them, which is awesome. Like you can haggle with them.
Can I bring up a taco story?
Yeah, please. Let's go back to tacos.
Go ahead.
There's a story and this was like 2 years ago. But
wait, a 2-year-old news story?
Breaking news.
Breaking. Finally broke this news. Finally broke after 2 years.
So this guy got into an accident on a motorcycle,
Mm.
and he had to get his leg severed, and he served his severed leg to his friends. Tacos made from his own amputated leg.
Wait,
he served his friends
the meat from his leg,
his amputated leg. He asked the doctor if he could keep his leg. He kept it. Invited his friends over for tacos and served it to him. How do you feel about that?
I think that's fine. I would murder that guy.
That's fucked up.
Imagine if your leg fell off, Rock, and or my leg fell off, and I just served you the meat from my
That's
leg.
fucked up.
It's like,
a little fucked up.
That's really fucked up.
It was fajitas.
I almost puked. My roommate in college made venison.
Yeah, deer
and
meat.
I didn't even know what venison was at the time, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, it's venison meat." As I'm eating it, I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "Deer meat." I almost fucking just.
Why? That's not that crazy.
I know, but I know it's not crazy, but it's just like, I like deer. You know, I like Bambi. Bambi's a good fucking deer. You know what I'm saying? It's like cute.
That is the weirdest. Isn't that illegal? What that guy did?
Probably.
It said like it's not cannibalism is not illegal
if it's your own fucking shit.
The United States doesn't have
That's what the law actually says. If it's not your own shit.
If it's your own shit, then it ain't illegal.
I don't know. Feeding it to other people should be illegal.
That really should be.
United States doesn't have a federal law banning cannibalism. Idaho is the only state in which the simple act of eating human flesh.
Idaho.
Right.
Let's see. The F train, Rock, in New York City is living up to its name. Apparently, a lot of passengers. There have been 24 complaints in the last year of people masturbating on the F train.
I feel like Kieran's stories are very,
just this week. Just
this week.
Go ahead. What are my stories, Rock? Go ahead.
They're kind of just like skewed towards like nakedness and masturbation and
creepy shit,
lewd activity.
Are you saying there's a theme?
There's a theme, yeah. Outside of the ghost story.
Well, like CNN is to doing Trump stories. I'm in, on the Lunatic Radio, I like doing.
So the F train. Someone was caught. What?
Well, 24 times in the past year. Yeah.
Oh, is it Louis C.K.?
The MIPD filed a total of 376 reports of public lewdness or exposure
That'd be
of a person last year, and strap hangers logged 24 complaints at stations served solely by the F train. So there you go.
How did people get aroused by being on the subway train? I don't understand that.
It's New Yorkers. It's just an odd place. It's weird. It's an odd thing.
Like, I need candles and like aromas, like nice, pleasant aromas.
The 4th Avenue 9th Street
nice sheets on the bed
was the most popular stop for pocket pool F train riders.
Pocket pool. Did you add that?
With that one station had 5 complaints of people just openly masturbating in the span of a year. I kind of get it.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe they got one of them, those things where you.
And those are only ones that are reported, because there's some quotes from passengers here that say, "Hey, I saw a guy doing that last week. We just walked by him because we didn't want to bother him."
Well, that's kind of them.
Like it's kind of weird. I'm sure it happens regularly.
How do people get off just sitting on a subway?
And masturbating? I don't know.
I don't get it. Kieran, what do you think? Why do you think that
Can
is?
You remember the old drunk train, Rock? Can you imagine what happened on that thing throughout the years?
Oh, the Ronkonkoma line?
Yeah, the way, everybody, when the bars clear out on Manhattan, everybody takes the drunk train home to Long Island. I can't imagine what's happened on that freaking thing.
Yeah, but at least
over the
you're
years.
boning somebody. You're not just sitting there like yanking it out.
You can't imagine there was like some dude sitting in a thing and he's watching 2 people make out. He's not fucking.
Confidently? No. There's some respectability on the 3 a.m. line.
I doubt it. Hey, you bitches going to Wanta? Yeah.
At least, you'd have sex on the train, but you wouldn't be just, sitting there fucking, solo acting.
Hey, where you going, babe boy?
Babe. Is this going to Spionk? Because I got some Spionk I like to get on you.
Yeah. There you go. A lot of masturbators happening in. It's a big city, Rock. There's a lot of people. A lot of freaky shit happening.
I just don't understand.
It's not. Here's the problem. There's just not a lot of space to get everything done. So, it is. New York's a small area with a lot of people in it.
Right.
So occasionally you're going to get your public masturbator. That's my logic.
Okay.
Maybe that's what Louis C.K. was going with all the time. I'm just one of those public masturbators.
Right.
Like he's desensitized to seeing that, so he thinks it's okay to do it in front of other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From living in New York.
And I believe that's all I got. That's all I got.
Leroy, you ever live in Manhattan?
No.
That's it. That's it. That's it for that one.
Where Manhattan, Colorado?
Oh, I see. We're doing that again.
I like Fort Lauderdale, Vermont. So stupid.
Sheboygan, Tennessee.
Love that place. It's beautiful this time of year.
I did stumble into the Hogs and Heifers one time.
Oh, I played there.
Yeah. We actually have a bumper sticker in the Hogs.
That's it's not there anymore, but yeah.
Photographs, right? I look over and some chick comes out of the bar like in a bikini, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I gotta go check out that place, Just walked in. It's pretty fun.
Hogs and Heifers.
Hogs and Heifers.
Yeah. Don't they have like underwear hanging on the walls in Hogs and Heifers?
Yeah.
I remember talking to some dude in a wheelchair out there, like outside the bar, because you can't. At that time, it was like just when they started like not smoking
right
in the bar, you couldn't do that. So he was just bitching and moaning. He was like a little bit older, and he was like just bitching about the mayor at the time. I think it was Bloomberg.
That makes sense.
Just about the non-smoking thing. Good times.
Yeah.
Word up. All right, everybody. Thank you for checking out the Lunatic Radio Show. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Lunatic Radio, on Twitter at Lunatic Radio. Next week's show, I think we're having the...
Is that true?
Special guest on.
All right.
It's not gonna
talking sports.
You said it's not Sunday though, right?
Saturday.
Saturday.
But for the people, they don't really care. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. All right, Rock. Final words to Rock. Go ahead.
I'm just realizing I may not be available for that show. But more importantly, I need some geography lessons because apparently I'm learning a lot tonight.
Right. All right. We'll try better next week.
What's it
Bye.
all depend on my closing words? I just, some days some days I'm, have insight, and some days we just don't have enough stuff for me to get insight in.
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. It's a Monday.
Monday sucks.
Labor Day.
All right. Bye.
Bye.